I want to go chat with these guys again. Obviously not done with all of their tasks, but I'll see if they have anything else to say.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
That makes sense. Makes sense, Mexi. Yeah, I really dig the chat overlay. Like it looks good. And the color is basically matched as far as I could tell, so that's awesome. Yeah, we're on the second last DLC here. So only this and one other and pretty much done. I realized yesterday that I probably ended the main story a little too quickly. There were some things I could have done that I can't do after the game, so I don't know. Maybe next time we'll worry about that. I'd be honored if I could hear any knowledge the think tank had to share on the sciences.
Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
There's like 8 different DLC for this game. 4 of them story-based, and then a bunch of others. Let's see. Seem like the one in charge you are.
I am Dr. Klein, Chief Head Researcher of Logistical Operations and Ideology here at Big Mountain. I am surprised you have not heard of me. I am first in my field, first chair, as it were, back in the days of chairs.
Hey, who's Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen, twisted by science. He was once one of us, a friend. He researched in directions contrary to the think tank. Brains, 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 always about the brains. So we exiled him. He says he left of his own volition, but that was to save him the embarrassment. Now he sends his intelligence-consuming scorpions from the Forbidden Zone to plunder the secrets of Big Mountain. He is a menace.
Mechanical roboscorpions consume intelligence? Yeah, I'm assuming from chems.
I'm not certain. Perhaps it only affects machines. If so, you may be immune. If it is chems, then we have nothing to fear. Since we are afraid, it must not be chems, and you need not fear, which means you can test it. Logical.
Why do I have this strange passive sensation in here?
It's a side effect of the cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting, or asking questions, apparently. I have to correct that next time. Hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. They are a no-no and not permitted in the think tank. The scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain. Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub.
Why the programming?
We had to take precautions after the last visitors. They caused a great deal of damage in a short time. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight.
Ooh.
Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more. Dr. O more than 8. The battle against the visitors damaged 8's voice module. Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much technology. Impertinent. They also broke one of my trains.
I wonder if he's talking about Christine and Elijah. I'd like to know about the Forbidden Zone.
That glowing red scar, that laser lobotomy canyon maze carved in the landscape as if by some child. It is Mobius's fortress. From that hemorrhoidal fissure, he sends his amazing robo-scorpions to terrify and irritate us. He always tended to the dramatic.
Tell me more about the pylons.
Ask Boros. I believe he knows more about the fence than any brain. Except maybe Mobius. Mobius was involved in their construction, if I recall. But he's such a hack, he probably was reading off Boros' notes and schematics.
Questions about the brain extraction you all performed.
Well, we didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto-dock runs are remote. But we programmed it, or Mobius did. Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. I mean, we predicted we'd have a breakthrough eventually, but Dala knows more. She supervised your spine peel and the heart circumcision, then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink above. Quite sanitary. Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Not sure why.
Said before that Mobius might have my brain?
Yes. In all probable likelihoods, yes. Possibly. That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why, but it may be something involving the surgery code. Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself, or it floated off. They get into robots sometimes and go on a tear.
Set up the Autodoc medical routines, so you think he's responsible for the post-organ dump?
Yes, always leaves back doors into things. Have to keep finding them and closing them. The auto-dock is now erased of his routines. It was thorough. Only Mobius would know for sure what happened with the procedure. Perhaps. Well, and your brain, of course, it would know as well.
Yeah, what do you mean?
It can communicate the procedure when we examine it. It is conceivable to trace its surgical scalpel prints once we have the brain. Might take some time, but your brain has no pain nerves to scream at us while we dissect it. Convenient. I detest screaming in my lab.
What's this Autodoc surgery code you mentioned?
Mobius's legacy code was in the old auto-dock. Yes, it fried itself after your procedure, so he couldn't tell for sure. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how the breakthrough occurred. Even if we installed another chip, the information is lost.
So why would he want my brain?
Why does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robot scorpions with intelligence training stingers? It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Clearly he's got some sort of psychological corrosion. He's mad.
Roboscorpions consume intelligence? I mean, we could have already asked him about that, but sure.
Dr. O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. Loss of brainial power. Terrifying. O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend Mobius's robo-schematics is because of repeated robo-scorpion stings.
Okay. What can you tell me about this place?
Here we test and test and test some more in the name of science, atomic power, nuclear power, and scientific power.
Heard this place called the Big Empty.
Yes, because the intellectually challenged see an M and a T next to each other and take Occam's razor to it. While you are here, you will refer to this place properly, and you will do the same with the other scientists here. Yes, a most goodbye.
Kind of a yapper, isn't he? Guess let's go left to right here. Hello?
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in think tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible.
I think you mean impossible.
Oh, really? Now the lobotomite is a master of the dictionary arts. What, do you have a doctorate in verbology? No? I do. And stop the presses. Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Rob Kotek on your arm? It is. What's your agenda bringing that in here?
Good point.
How dare you bring Rob Kotek in here? What are you showing off? how great Robert House and his big company are.
Oh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain can make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco.
Well, you don't have to worry about Mr. House anymore.
Worry about House? Why would I do that? Hope he died alone in a dingy room, streaming his last remaining bodily fluids into jars. And him and his dirty girdle bots. Don't even get me started on those filthy biological catcher's mitts.
Anyway, wanted to ask some questions.
Fine. Ask.
Heard you and 8 were attacked by previous visitors.
I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm.
What?
This human. I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, A tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now, but...
Okay. And the others?
2 other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker, and the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, and let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, why?
Klein knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out.
You have another name?
Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept a mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple.
Are you sure about that?
Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after colostodiuretics. Okay, so my name isn't O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number.
So, Dr. Zero? Metal Gear?
Yes, thank you. 0. I am 0. How hard is that? A narrow, thin 0.
Not much of an improvement.
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, all right? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
Yeah, just put a slash through it, you goober.
What?
Standard term-link code to distinguish the two.
Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless.
No idea how you incompetents survived this long. That's a fact.
We're smart. Smarter than we give ourselves credit for. I was smart enough to talk to you, give you a chance, and now look what happened. I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. If I wanted to. Make a zero in all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking.
Mm-hmm. So you got any amazing discoveries to share?
You know, hearing my name said like that, it really de-reses my screens. As for discoveries, well, of course. Look at this. Just, built it. Amazing, isn't it?
Scrap metal is supposed to be something?
It's a discovery. Kilomiles beyond your understanding that... You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. I broke one of the monitors, and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to that for me until, well, forever, that would be welcome.
Okay. Tell me about Mobius.
That genius Mobius somehow cobbles together these really impressive-looking robot scorpions with spare parts. Even painted them. Tried to see what makes them tick. Can't even examine them without them detonating all over me. Left with shrapnel and burns. Every time. Supposedly, he has even larger models, even a giant robot scorpion hidden deep within the Forbidden Zone. Yeah, right. Giant monsters, sure.
Giant Robo Scorpion? It actually reminds me, I probably should grab some pulse grenades if I have any.
Yeah, crazy, right? Something right out of a midnight science fiction feature. Ridiculous. What are the odds?
Need more of those worthless caps to test the CIU barter functions upstairs.
I'd have a few left. Let me check. Yeah, there were a few under the monitors here. Here you go. Keeps the place tidy.
Thanks. You tell me about the facility.
Big Mountain used to be a mountain. Then there was a slight mishap. Now it's a crater. The dome used to be buried, now it's exposed to the sky. Don't get me wrong. Makes the sky light up like a planetarium at night. All those spectra. So soothing.
What do you do here?
All things robotical. You see a robot? I made it. See a broken robot? I made it that way. Deconstructed it down to parts. I have a gift with machines. I can render anything inoperable. Preserve them in a non-functioning state.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very impressive.
Who asked you? You just wait until a working machine threatens you, and you'll wish I was around.
Okay.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
Yep. So... I don't think I'm going to be able to talk to... Oh, there's two of them over there, never mind. I'm not going to be able to talk to one of them. But...
If it isn't the fascinating little lobotomite, you are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination.
I already know I have questions instead.
How randomized? Ask your questions then.
Seems to me like you have more biological needs than your counterparts.
What? Nonsense. What? What are you doing? Stop it. Why? Why are you making me partake in this filthy formography? Enough. I am already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me. I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. It infects my thoughts. All that skin and muscle and tissue.
Well, they're a bunch of hypocrites claiming superiority, but you miss being human, admit it.
I cannot deny it. The illogic of it. The betrayal of our own beliefs. I blame my curiosity.
Tell the others if you don't make it worth my while.
Really? What is this? You seek to shame me in front of the others? How intriguing. Yes, I'll partake. This shameful feeling is quite invigorating. How new. And you'll keep coming back to collect your payment, correct? Yes, that will be fine. Here, please. Take this from me with your rough, bacterial-laden hands. My stored, repressed juices as your filthy compensation. Oh, and here's a tip. That's customary, isn't it? Been so long, really.
Well, alright. Who are you and what do you do here?
Why, my little bear of teddiness. I am Dr. Dalla, first head chief researcher of mineralogy and medicinal sciences. I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply those sciences. I also possess a degree in curiosity and advanced curiosity. That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven useful, especially now. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into formography. It is only science.
First head chief researcher. A lot of titles.
What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification of personality and importance. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely as you must have a title.
Something called a courier.
Oh, a mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar conveyance. You are the second one I've met in recent times. Very different specimens.
There's another courier?
Of course. You must have met others in your travels. This one had met other couriers too, although it sounded as if he hadn't met the correct one. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. We had to segment the event out of our memories for safety.
What was that?
I do not know, nor should we try to access it. Perhaps Klein has the logs. My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. I do not think that Klein remembers the conversation as being satisfactory.
Okay. Why did you remove my brain and how?
Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. One laser incision around the skull. Crack, snip, done. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. Lobotomites. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. We've never had a lobotomite who kept speaking after being forcibly lobotomized. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't, I would broadcast some concern to my colleagues about safety protocols.
How's that even possible?
That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it sloped off to, you could humanically reduce yourself again.
Tell me about Dr. Mobius.
Dr. Mobius. A monstrous brain creased with wrinkles of 1,000 evils, with but one jaundiced eye with which to perceive the world. Exiled from the think tank for crimes too heinous to remain in recorded memory, and perhaps differences in research methodology. His one terrible eye forever peers at us, an eye of ever-increasing magnification. He watches from his dome in the Forbidden Zone, spying on us all.
Tell me about Big Empty, Big Mountain.
This mountain, now crater, encompasses the sum total of knowledge of humankind. It is Big Mountain, where all questions can be answered. You'll see. No matter what your questions, Big Mountain will provide the answers, as it has done for so many before you.
Questions like what?
Previous test subjects who have come here have had many questions for us. We answered them with science, fire, and termination.
Okay.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Can you speak? Do you understand me? Force module got damaged, I heard, in an attack. Yes, no, or yes, no. Pretty sure you can understand me and I want some answers. Who are you? Maybe I should have asked who you used to be. Okay. Can't really talk to you. Let's move on to Dr. Boris.
The lobotomite animal before me. What other terrifying terrors will plague us in our quest for knowledge? Communists? Communist animals, perhaps? Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a frightened babe, calling loyal cyber dogs to my aid. Do you comprehend, commie animal?
Call me an animal?
Yes, animal. Hormones, pores, glands, all wrapped up in skin. Who knows what terrifying secrets lie beneath your epidermis? Scalpels shall tell us your secrets, even if we must cut deep for such knowledge. I was head of my biology class at American High, you know?
I encountered your pet next and had to kill it.
So, you put down Gabe. Thank you. A scamp, but really, his highly augmented combat programming could have proved meddlesome. In any event, thank you for putting him down. One less test subject to catalog and sort. Clearly a failure of Doggy's cybo-engineering.
Tell me about you.
Before you is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers. They are my living, breathing DNA test tubes.
Responsible for cazadors? I should kill you for that.
Indeed. Docile, curious, safe, sterile. They are contained here at Big Mountain to preserve DNA and for observation.
Yeah, all over the Mojave.
No, such creatures are found only here, for research purposes. They would no more be capable of escape than breeding.
What makes you think they haven't escaped?
Because big mountain safety measures are far more sophisticated than their primitive animal instincts. We are their lords and masters.
I don't think they're sterile, buddy.
I cannot expect a lobotomite to understand the careful surgical castrating procedures used in their creation. Perhaps a demonstration of my castrating power would settle your doubts.
No, that's alright.
Oh, that's too bad. Perhaps we can perform a sterility castration some other time then.
You don't seem to have a grasp on your own research.
Nonsense! That is what you speak. Nonsense from beyond. I was at the top of my high school class in American high school. I knew facts. I knew figures. I knew data. We would know if our research was flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves, so do not even try.
Okay. Give me a single concrete fact.
Why are we even debating this? What you ask is of no importance. Mobius besieges us. There are more important things to worry about than data and facts.
I want to know more about Mobius in the Forbidden Zone.
The malignant tumor that is Mobius plagues us all. His hunger for power, insatiable. From his lair in the Forbidden Zone, his terrifying Robo-Scorpion army clicks and whirs across the crater of Big Mountain, ever seeking, ever stinging. He must be stopped, or all of Big Mountain shall be destroyed.
Tell me about the radar fence.
The radar fence protects us all. If evidence is correct, the one who built it is me. It keeps anything with a disembodied brain inside, like us, and anything without a brain also inside. It is the ultimate defense against communist aggression. There'll be no infectious ideas on my watch.
So I get my brain back, I can leave.
What? Why would you do either of those things? That is madness. There is nothing outside Big Mountain. We're pretty sure. We would know. Ever since my anxiety-filled days of powerlessness and being bullied in American high school, I have dreamed of such security as the fence. That and giant cybernetic dogs that would ruthlessly patrol and kill anyone who wasn't my friend, like Richie Marcus and Betsy Bright. Who's laughing now, Betsy? I hope you and Richie are happy smoking in your radioactive coffins. I'm glad you never came to my birthday party.
I mean, there is an entire world beyond this place. I've seen quite a bit of it.
No! Beyond is death, despite mounting evidence to the contrary. No matter where these strange humans wander in from with their ideas and new brains, there is nothing beyond Big Mountain.
Doesn't that prove you're wrong?
Enough! Stop filling my precious brain cell units with irrelevant data. You sound like the other visitors, making wild claims of a world beyond, where there is a war beyond war. It is unproven and unthinkable. Bother the other doctors with your crackpot theories. I have no time. None of us do.
Why does Klein want these particular technologies?
There is logic and purpose in it. If these technologies are needed to pierce the Forbidden Zone, so be it. Science is powerful, and in the right hands, our hands, if we had hands, we would be nigh unstoppable.
Okay. Tell me about Big Mountain.
It is our home, threatened by the horrors of Mobius. All we wish to do is continue our research, layer upon layer, above and beneath the floor of the crater, until we have our answers. But no, Mobius will not let us rest, scaring us with his scary robots with their laser tails and blowing up all the time.
Saw the expanse from the balcony, made a mess of this landscape. This crater looks like it's been tag teamed by giant fuckbots. Yeah, you damn right.
It was not our first choice of testing grounds, but we no longer have the luxuries of our test cities. Then we lost the mountain. After the explosion, we couldn't find it anymore. So the crater became our testing grounds for science.
As cities?
Yes. In the past, individuals would come to us, pay for technology, and if their town, community, or city was just right, we could use that city as a controlled experiment. Vault-Tec was much better at it, of course. We had to make do. Get permission. Sometimes. If only we could have used commie cities. But capturing whole cities was hard, so we captured enough commies to make cities of our own.
Bro, no way the game crashed right there. Watch, I'm gonna have to listen to all that again. I think we're good. Alright. So that was everybody. Any trace of Gabe in Higgs Village? Okay. Ask Dr. Klein about the conversation he had with the last visitor to the Big Empty. I do want to do that.
Did you retrieve?
No. Heard one of the previous visitors to the dome spoke to you, asked you some questions.
Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left with some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
Alright. Totally. Should we go stop at Higgs Village real quick and then go to X13? Let's do it. Hopefully there's nothing catastrophic outside of this door. Just gonna go in the regular door. Thought we would have a quest here. I think we saw like Gabe's quarters, I guess you could call them. Back here. Random, okay. Make sure I got my piece with me. This maybe? Oh. Turn it to Dr. Boris. Okay. There we go. We'll grab that in a moment. So let's do that. Go to X12. We could start walking this way. X13, right. Okay. Oh. Hi there. What's that sign again? Whoa. Why does that look like the same gun that I have? Tesla cannon. We have the prototype version, I see. This does 168. How much would it do? Oh my goodness, not even close. Good to know. We don't need to go in here, right? No, we can just keep walking around, maybe. Don't know if there's anything up there. Grab this. Sneaky. I'm gonna go grab this marker over here. I did not grab the pulse grenades, did I? Nope. This is what we're looking for. On the outside I should know about. Random. Uh-oh. Security terminal. Shipment notice. Everything is under control down here. Need your assistance, I'll let you know. Paris will be blah blah blah. Shipment, okay. A focused electromagnetic pulse from a sonic emitter. While the physical impact is rather weak, Jenkins fired the weapon in a force field and it fried the field's emitter array. Right, we have that. It's well, it's not hotkeyed, that's what it's not. That little whimpering part, my goodness. Let's see what's in here. And I don't really need the laser pistol, but I'll take the ammo. That surrounds it. There's the cano key, nice. So with that, release the unusual specimen into the testing area. Okay, we'll do that as soon as we're done here. Interesting. Some money in here. Vision batteries. Okay. Prototype gloves, cool. Suppose I can repair these, can I? We saw that. Mark II glove research. Been working with Mori on fitting the gloves to the torso, coming up with a few improvements which greatly enhance the user's manual dexterity. I adapted Redding's new rubberized dampening compound and applied it to the palms and other high-wear surfaces. Once the suit adjusts to the user, the benefits of these upgrades should be obvious. Can I put these on? No. At least not currently. It's like a sensor module. Boot research. Let's see. Suit software has led me to a breakthrough of my own. Adding an advanced servo buffer to the existing leg rigs, I've been able to increase the resolution of data sent to and from the central control module. Once these babies are hooked up to the torso, an agent should be able to limbo under barriers almost as fast as they can run. Like some ebony boots from Skyrim. What is that? I'll take that, sure. All just damaged prototypes. Old ass apple. Okay. And we've got the chest plate. You've obtained the Aural Stealth Suit. Not only can it be upgraded through testing, it also has medics and stimpack reserves for all your pain dampening needs. To your torso research. I think Kale has outdone herself this time. Self-updating firmware is an ingenious addition to the system. As we upgrade the suit, it will automatically adapt the new systems to the user specifications during testing and unlock the features as they come online. This will save hundreds of hours of fiddling with settings. Note to self, make Kale a keg of my infamous Battle Brew. Y'all got any of that? Battle Brew? Nice. Collector's item at this point. Skill book. Yeah, we knew about that. Like the Jack and the Beanstalk reference, buddy. Hope Callus doesn't throw a fit. Watch your back with that guy. It's always been more than a bit wound up about simple stuff. I did move my Battle Brew setup over to X12's storage room after he threw a prohibitionist fit about it to the leads. Kinda interesting. Gotta try forcing the lock at least once. Oh. Okay. Stealth test area number 2. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that room before. So we came from there. Also have another level down below. Place to sleep, that's always nice. Security terminal. Night Stalker research. I believe this latest serum has proven to be a success. Under human observation, the creatures remain visible. Some of the nighttime recordings reveal the serum is working. The animals appear to be learning how to use their new cloaking ability when no one is around. Perhaps there's a physical limitation or some mental drawback to the ability, which prevents its usage under duress. I think I will pursue stress testing of the animals first thing Monday morning. Server sniffer. VR sim is corrupted. Sounds like there was a bug in the software somewhere. Hope to God it doesn't screw with the suit systems. Just got the firmware updated for Mori over the weekend. For now, let's just tell Callus we're having power issues. Focus on the rep contest until we get the suit ready for real-world tests. Please delete this message ASAP. I don't want Hallis harassing me over this. Yeah, too late. Shipment of cattle prods. Notice some of the creatures have been increasingly aggressive when I come into the lab in the morning. Did something change in their diet? I'll run some tests if you like. Went ahead and did the lab test and noticed no appreciable changes in their blood work. Concerned our use of the cattle prods may react with the chemistry of the injections. This is new ground we're treading. I'd hate to see your hard work lost to a change in brain chemistry, excuse me. These critters would be invaluable to the war effort if we somehow control their behavior. Yeah. Wonder glue is like insanely valuable in Fallout 4. Security terminal. Unlock elevator to test chamber. It's all the same. Test area. Okay. Welcome user. That's it. Okay. Observation area. Huh. Shouldn't even risk it. If I take everything out first and then do the test, does that mean I like automatically win? Should have expected that. Just area A review. I'm going to run through the first part of the facility to test the tripwires at proximity mines the other day. The suit kept chafing. Morty says some new firmware updates fixed the suit's fitment syncability, but I'm not so sure. Legs kept binding up on me and the torso was ridiculously tight. Maybe I should stop lifting fancy lads from Slow's stashes. The hell's the damn problem? All I was doing was reading the latest issue of La Fantoma. That grouch Callus called me an asshat. I was an asshat anyway. Funny, my last name is Butts. That got old in grade school, the snobby bastard. Sorry, I just needed to vent. You needed to type that into a computer, right? Anyway.
Why did you run away? I'm really not as scary as I look.
Excuse me? Is this anything? No? What was that?
I'm afraid my programming requires that I try to kill you now.
Oh, okay. I don't know where you are, but bring it on. Okay, Coca-Cola, interesting. Damaged prototypes, okay. What's that? Salient green. That's how we get to the actual test lab.
There's no point in trying to hide from me, you know. I've been programmed to be quite relentless.
I guess I could see what's down here.
I'm sorry, sir, but you
I mean, the test is down here. The test. Saying hello. I already looked at that. Ooh. Hey, R.
I hope this unpleasantness will be over soon.
Corporate espionage.
I wish there were some other way.
Man, shut up. Bingo. Anything left to check out? I don't know if this is going to give us an advantage on our stealth test or not. I mean, you would obviously think so. Ah. This terminal. That's all this is, right? Okay. Well, let's look at these tests, see what they want us to try.